Hey, welcome back. The Power Trip Morning Show. Hi, Marty Gelner.
Hi, good morning. Hi.
Hi, Marty.
There you
How
are.
was your extended Labor Day weekend?
It was great. It was awesome. Soaked every bit I feel like I could out of it. And now today my kids go back to school.
Yeah, it's weird.
High school.
My kid gets on the bus right now at 7:05, so she's off. She was freaked out yesterday. Your kid's ready or not? It's high school. It's different.
And Grady's a junior, so it's like he knows the routine, but Finley's a freshman.
Yep.
So
big change.
Yeah.
Is she nervous?
She says she's not. And she's been at that school so much for sporting events and practices and all. We have 3 middle schools in Chaska, so a lot of her friends have been at different schools throughout. So this is a big deal that they're all now finally going to be in the same school. Comparing class schedules, lunch schedules, all that stuff. First day of school, man, Scott. Some people dread it, and there is some of that. Oh, here we go. But there's also a little bit of like this magic to it. You get the fresh shoes and the fresh backpack, and there's something.
You know
cool
how
about
we an hour ago talked about why is it always Tuesdays that we're complaining about this job and this show? What is it about Tuesdays?
Is it me?
No. I think it's kind of what you're saying is I never really hated the first day of school because then it was you get to see your friends. Yeah. Like you said, flashy new clothes. You wear your best outfit on day one. You got to look good for the girls that haven't seen you all summer. But it's that second day where you're like, oh, God, 9 months of this.
Yep.
Right?
They give you the homework on the second day.
Right, you don't do a lot of work. Even in high school, on day one, it's a lot of just backslapping. Day 2, it sinks in. You're like, oh, I'm going nowhere. This is a prison.
Like, I got to keep coming back.
Oh,
it wasn't
man.
just that first day.
And none of the girls seemed to like my new shoes.
Yeah, it's over.
They didn't like my Weezer t-shirt. How did this not work?
Yeah, it's over.
Sauce won't stop picking on me.
No.
Right, I'm so tired of getting bullied by Paul Lambert.
Oh, come on.
Boy, he hates that. You hate that.
Well, you claim you got bullied. There's just no way that's the case.
Why? Why is that not the
because
case?
you
I
were
was a hefty man.
I'm sure your friends made fun of you, but you hung out with all the cool kids.
You were the cool kid.
Sure.
And you were twice the size of anybody that was capable of picking on you.
Sure. Sure.
Did you enjoy school?
I love school.
Yeah, he didn't have to do any work.
Yeah,
it was the best.
I told you, my senior year, I brought, I don't think I brought a backpack to school.
And nobody caught on?
No. I mean, I had to go to summer school for one day, and I was the only one that showed up, and the lady was like, you can go home. You passed. I'm like, sweet. Wow. Because nobody else showed up. I showed up on the first day. And, I don't know if I officially graduated. I've never seen my diploma. But
you didn't bring a backpack one day your entire senior year?
No, not once.
What did you carry your stuff in?
What stuff?
You didn't bring books to class? They were just all in your locker?
Yeah, I just left in my locker.
So you never brought homework home?
No, probably not.
Where'd you keep your treats?
Oh, in my...
like Napoleon Dynamite? Just tater tots in your pocket?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Have you ever in your life had tater tots in your pocket at any point for even a second? Just to store them away like squirrels
giant
storing nuts for the winter.
Oh, that's a shirt.
Did you have a Tot Pocket?
Yeah, I wish.
Tot Pocket.
No, I didn't.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever stored away in your pockets to eat later?
Oh, probably chicken nuggets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an elite move. Yeah. I've done
in
that
your
before.
pockets?
Probably.
Oh, yeah. I'll back sauce up on this one. Oh, yeah.
But in a container or just floating around freely?
Probably just floating around.
That's disgusting.
You're disgusting.
You put the barbecue sauce in the other pocket then?
No. No. I don't know where I would keep
Fanny
that.
pack?
I'd just go back to the
barbecue
lunchroom
sauce?
because they just expected I had 4 lunches by the way I looked. I was real heavy.
It's hard to fit a box of Little Debbie's in your pocket.
Yeah. You just carry them in a backpack that I didn't bring.
I wonder when you went up for fourths, if the lunch ladies would just go out back and smoke cigarettes afterwards. Just like,
Yeah.
I get it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Here he comes again.
Yeah.
Max, did your daughter start school today?
She started last Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, which is weird. I thought kids usually, I always started after Labor Day, but yeah, she started last Tuesday. She's kind of just, she's first day of middle school, so she's totally just like unfit. She's like, yeah, it was all right. It's kind of boring. It's like, okay.
And
all
inside,
right.
she's just like,
yeah, right. She's probably freaking out. Yeah, but yeah, she had a good first week, I think. But the most important thing involving my daughter is over the weekend, we went to the mall and she gave me a token and said, "Win me something from the claw machine." And I freaking did, Mark.
And
Hell
you
yeah.
did.
Talk about it.
Yeah, Daddy.
It's on now.
1 for
top tier.
1?
Yeah. I'm literally before that 0 for 5,678. I've never won at the claw machine in my entire life. Like that, I would have rather been defusing a bomb. That was a lot of pressure. It's a top tier dad moment
Yeah,
to win your kid something from the claw machine.
What are you going to do next time she gives you a token? Is like, do it again. You'd be like, it's broken.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, sorry. My finger's broke. I can't do it again.
Did she bring a backpack to school last week?
I would hope so. I would hope she did, yeah.
Take that, Sauce.
Yeah. It's all right.
Hey, it worked out for you.
Yeah.
I mean, until they fire you here.
Yeah. Which may be soon.
Sounds like it.
Well, I'd be the first one they'd let go.
Undeniably.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true anymore.
Well, I'd be the second one.
They might blink, but I still think you're the right answer.
Yeah.
In the past, they
100%
wouldn't
I'm
have.
the right answer.
Yeah.
Hawk feels like he's maybe positioned himself.
He's
To be in
he's
that
got his,
spot?
He's got his
Is
foot
that-
in the door.
Yeah.
Right. He's making progress.
He's about to yell, "I volunteer."
Well, I love doing this show.
Same.
Yeah.
I just wish they loved the show.
There's nothing I love more than the show.
Well,
Maybe
how
my
ab-
wife, but
Sorry, Sess. How about if you look at the positive side of it, Hawk?
Yeah.
You get an extra half an hour of sleep. The show can be quality over quantity for those couple of segments that you're not doing. And you're still getting 3 hours and you're still going to dominate. And the Twin Cities and the greater metro area is still going to love you. And you get an extra half an hour of sleep.
It didn't work.
Why?
It didn't resonate with him.
Why does there have to be doom and damnation attached to this change?
You're right, Marnes.
yeah.
Damn it.
We don't own that song.
Son
Oh,
of a
yeah.
bitch.
Oh, here comes Uncle Sam.
I'm just
Well,
saying
hang on.
not all changes have to be bad and scary.
Well, Mars, just so you know, we can play any song we want on the radio, but we get in trouble if it's in the podcast. But the good news is this song will be replaced by 6 minutes of commercials.
Yeah, great point.
So
have heard
this
that.
won't be in the podcast at all.
You guys are on fire today. And it's great.
Now that one I can't really put a positive spin on.
No.
Thanks, Martin, for trying. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I
but-
should be more positive.
Well, I just don't want you to miss out on what might be an opportunity because you're so busy being mad at it. You can be mad at the commercials and the placement and the timing and the length of those.
Rosie.
Because that's a valid argument. But your show being 6 to 9 might be, that's where we should have been all along.
But it was working.
He's not.
Well,
Yeah.
there's
How about
that.
How about the
Thanks,
fact
Big
that
Voice Guy.
How about the fact that the day we switch to 6 to 9, Zach's not here to go. Nice.
I was thinking that too. I was like,
He's in Vegas.
Hey, you got an extra free day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what reasoning
He's
were
taking a
you
lot of
given?
baths.
You don't want to know. I already said it once and I'm in trouble.
Oh, no, I did hear that.
Yeah,
You're in trouble?
probably.
I heard
Well, I
you say
agreed
it.
with you, so I'm probably in trouble too.
That's me right there.
Oh,
Well-
you fell?
Can you change it or do you have to accept it?
Don't know.
I'm
Oh,
going
we
to
could-
say accept it and
Okay.
be angry today and tomorrow.
Okay.
Give yourself that. And by
Thank
the
you.
time you get to Thursday,
Yes, ma'am.
change your attitude, come to acceptance, put a positive on it, and head into the weekend with this is my new normal. I'm gonna dominate this half hour of sleep.
Whoa.
And then you start next week with it fresh. But you be pissed for a couple days. That's fine.
Maybe I'll get my
And then
my
you get
fat ass
over
out
it.
of
And then
bed,
you change it.
and I'll go work out. Maybe I'll stay.
there you go.
Maybe I'll get up and
Yeah.
I'll go work out. What do you think of them apples?
Mars, why
you
don't
like that?
Why,
you like this
why aren't
idea?
you a keynote speaker and charge like $10K per speech?
Yeah, why don't you
I
have
still
kilos?
got 2 legs. It's never going to work.
Oh, poor
No, that was mean.
Wow.
Poor John.
Have you listened to the podcast
A
lately,
drink.
Marnie?
Pour John a drink.
Yeah.
Any
Have I
of
listened to the podcast?
Yeah, like the Initials podcast or the Power Trip podcast. Have you caught those?
Yeah.
Sauce.
For sure. That's how I listen typically when I'm not here.
Window Nation, ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Item 1 of FL.
Clue number 1.
Meat sauce here for my friends at Window Nation, windownation.com. Get the greatest windows of all time at Window Nation and windownation.com.
I heard that one.
Marzi, please.
All right, so
Talk to them about being
Chris
positive,
leads
please.
1-0. Here's item 2
But
of
please, make them
FL.
positive, please. Make them be positive
Meat
now.
sauce here for my friends at Gutter Helmet of Minnesota and GutterHelmetMN.com.
And scene.
Now that part's not so great.
No, that part sucks.
Well,
It's driving everybody nuts, and including us, because the podcast is really our lifeline for the foreseeable future. That's where this is all headed. Can't screw that up, but somehow we are.
Well, surely there have to be decision makers.
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah,
and
great
people
bit.
who are hires up that you can have conversations with, normal, civil, productive conversations.
see, but the people we get to have conversations with are the ones that are hired to deliver the bad news. I'm not mad at them. They got to do
No,
what
I know.
they got to do.
I know. That's what I'm saying. How do you connect with the ones who are actually making the decision?
Forcefully.
Whoa.
You ever seen Falling Down?
Yep.
Michael Douglas movie?
Michael
No.
Douglas? No.
Where
I
he
don't
just
think so. I don't
snaps.
think so.
If you can't tell, Marnes, our plan is just to complain until they get so mad that they yell at us for complaining.
Right.
And that'll be a new bit.
Yep. And I'll have my phone in my pocket with record going.
You're not supposed to tell them that part of the plan.
They aren't listening.
Oh, good point.
This is by a commercial that's been interrupted.
Meat sauce here.
Number 1.
Meat sauce here for my friends at 7th Avenue Pizza. Bye.
Well, that's a bad commercial.
Yeah, they didn't get what they
get
paid
anything.
for there.
Yeah. And speaking of that, neither did the St. Paul Saints because we didn't do the news. Can we do it when we come back?
Sure, but thanks to the Saints.
Yeah, man. We love you, Saints.
Look, I know we keep talking about all these different possibilities to who we should ask the Saints to get for us. I still think we got to do Mary Catherine Gallagher Day and get Molly Shannon out for Marnie.
Let's lock them in. Let's do
How
it.
do we
Let's
get
ask
Molly
them.
Shannon? Because otherwise we can't get her, but
I
the
know.
Saints can. I believe the Saints can do it for you, Marnes.
They can do it. They can do anything.
I mean, I'd love to see him try. She's a big star, though.
Look, I'm not trying to book you for you, but you are willing to be at CHS Field the
Yeah,
day
of
that
course.
no matter what day they pick. It doesn't matter if it's Grady's high school graduation. If that's the day they get, and that's 2 years away, but still, it doesn't matter when they get her here. You will be there no matter what. Even if
Outside
there's
of the graduation, yes.
what if there's a death in the family? Molly Shannon or a death in the family?
Molly Shannon. Duh.
That's the correct answer.
That's right. That's right. The news is next. Power to. Do you have a tease? Were you going to say something? Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Meat sauce here for Window
No.
Nation and windownation.com.
Fan.
All right, let's get right to it.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Hey, thank you there, Zacho. If you're enjoying Vegas on a hot early morning. St. Paul Saints surrendered 7 runs in the top of the third. 11-8 loss to the Iowa Cubs at CHS Field. The 63 and 69 Saints return to action against Iowa tomorrow night. Tomorrow night again at CHS Field. So make your plans. Head on down, ladies and gentlemen. It's baseball in St. Paul. That rhymed. Never realized it. There you go.
St. Paul ball.
St. Paul ball.
Cool.
Yeah.
Isn't Byron Buxton starting a rehab stint very soon?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sauce?
Yes.
Bonus?
That's accurate.
No idea.
Where is he? He's in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Bonus, yeah.
On his way to Brazil.
Brazil.
So lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Byron Buxton starts rehab assignment.
Max, if you can sum up your trip to Brazil in one arable word, what's the one word? Hang on, don't say anything. Hang on. I'm gonna write down my guess. All right. You know that what is it? Oz Perlman? Is it Oz Perlman? that mentalist?
Oh,
yeah.
Right? And he goes to all
your
those
favorite. Yeah.
He's well, I mean, I don't know how he does that stuff. Like it's like magic on steroids, right?
Right.
How does he do that?
Yeah.
It's a trick. I just don't understand how he does it. But he blows the minds of everybody. I just wrote down a word. I'm going to see if I can read your mind like a mentalist.
All right, I'm ready.
If you can sum up Brazil in one word, Max, what is it?
It would be ass. There we go. There we go.
Orange, what did I write down?
You wrote down butts.
I wrote down the PC. I wrote down butts.
Yeah, butts.
And I believe that counts in the world
counts.
of mentalism.
That definitely counts.
Mentalism.
If you were going to write down ass, by the way, I had two money signs.
Money signs,
It's not
of
just
course.
S's.
You don't
Yeah,
need to tell me I read
of
your
course.
mind.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I know how you spell it.
Yeah.
No, Brazil would be sweet.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, man.
Not sweet is my top story.
Yeah.
2 people are dead after a car drove into an outdoor patio at a bar and bowling alley in St. Louis Park. Incident happened last night at Park Tavern. You guys know where that's at right now?
A couple nights ago, yeah.
I love the Park Tavern.
Yeah, I'm sorry, a couple
Great
nights ago.
spot.
Sunday
Yeah.
night.
Absolutely.
Sunday night. Yeah, today's Tuesday, isn't it? Sorry. 3 other people were injured, terribly injured. The driver in custody, suspected of criminal vehicular homicide. Just terrible, terrible story. And you can read more in depth. The people who did not pass away were just incredibly injured. Celebrating, I believe, a bunch of nurses celebrating a nurse's final ICU, a day of work at the ICU.
Man.
And apparently, and again, I don't know, I'm reading a bunch of different stories, but the driver may have been impaired and hit the gas instead of the brake.
So, Lou Ragoose, right? The great Lou Ragoose.
Yep.
Good
Yeah.
dude. We've had him on
Great
the show.
Good dude.
Yeah.
I saw him
Great dude.
on KARE 11 last night, and they were not releasing the name of the person that was the driver yet. I don't remember. He gave a reason. I don't remember exactly why.
Yeah.
I think he was waiting for official charges to be filed, but he said that this person has a history of driving while impaired.
Ugh.
But then they showed about a 30-second clip. I believe it was the owner of the Park Tavern. And what he said was even more like shocking and scary. He said the security footage showed the guy circling the parking lot. Basically, it looked like looking for a parking space, then couldn't find one, and then just decided to floor it into the crowd.
gosh,
If that's the case, and that's the only time I had heard that or read that, but that was
Yeah.
the actual owner of the Park Tavern explaining what he saw on the security cam. You do a lap.
Right.
You don't see a spot and just get so pissed that you say, forget it, F it. I mean, if that's the case, if that's truly what happened, if he had a couple of, well, for sure. I mean, this guy's just going away forever then. Just terrible. And obviously the gal that worked at the Park Tavern that everybody's seen on
Yes.
Twitter, 30 years old, leaves behind 3 young daughters.
Oh, man.
You want to just scream and go,
Yeah.
what kind of chaos do we live in? And that's the answer is it's just chaos. It's just ridiculous. If that's the case, and it doesn't matter ultimately what happens because lives were lost. But if that is what ends up happening, is he just got back to the falling down moment. If he just snapped because he couldn't find a parking spot and he just decided to floor it into the crowd at the patio, that's ridiculous.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Anyway, just a terrible
Horrible.
story.
Thinking about it, obviously, just the worst. Let's make it a much lighter note. Let me look around here. Joey Chestnut won. The American competitive eater Joey Chestnut is claiming victory in Netflix's Unfinished Beef hot dog eating contest.
I have a lot of questions. I don't want to ask Dob. I know he's into competitive eating.
Yeah. He watched it.
So he broke his own record, the world record, of 76. He got 83. He ate 83.
Yeah.
Kobayashi set a personal record with 67. His previous personal record was 64 and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
The show before us that was on all the way till 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They were. That's the first time I'd heard this. Apparently, they did not use the water trick.
You can't dunk them. Yeah, that was the rule.
But isn't that supposed to help?
I guess.
So how does dunking it help you? But then he shatters the record doing it raw dog.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
tell you
They're
right
hot
now.
dogs.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now.
How is this possible?
He worked his ass off, buddy. He put in the time, the effort. He wasn't gonna take no more.
I guess not.
He's like, they try to hold me down. Watch what I do with this hot dog. I watched part of it. He didn't chew at all.
Yeah.
He just, as we like to call it,
Yep. He what?
he went Sika on the whole thing. It was unbelievable.
Oh, again. Yeah. Yeah.
He said, "You tell me I have to chew this thing?
Yeah.
Watch out."
Because of contractual problems, right? They hadn't faced off in 15 years.
Yeah.
It's getting to be GD.
What was the Kobayashi bit? Why wasn't he at the Nathan's bit in the last 15 years?
It was
Some kind of a...
Similar to
They
what happened to
banned
Joey
him, I
Chestnut.
think.
Yeah.
Because of sponsorships?
Yeah, I think it was a
something like
sponsorship
that.
thing.
I read he
Or
just
it's
didn't
a-
like hot dogs.
You know who would know?
Stuff.
Hey, call him.
Call him up.
Call the dog.
It's not worth it. I've moved on.
But he did it. He
What
broke his
is-
world record. Congratulations.
What must the day after be like for Joey Chestnut after he ate 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes? Or even the evening of?
gotta
Can you
be lethal.
imagine the setup he has in his bathroom?
I'd like
Yeah.
to tell you an impression.
I mean, there has to be 15 different flat screen TVs,
Right.
magazines, iPads, video games. You got to set up camp.
Lysol.
I mean, a whole car wash has a bidet. Like,
Do you want my impression?
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, hit.
Oh God.
Keep going. I'm close.
Oh my God.
Sick.
Oh, Corey, get out of here. What are you doing? Get out of here. I'm trying to chew.
Whoa.
I got a hot dog in there sideways.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Hey, can we go back to, you just said Lysol, and it reminded me of this, Marnes. I caught 60 seconds of Hard Knocks this
Yeah.
week.
Annie?
There was a dude on the Bears
Brilliant.
that said he ran out of dude wipes. What? So he used a Lysol wipe.
No.
And the team was laughing their asses off like, you're an idiot. And he's like, it's not the worst choice. And you could tell by his face, he was serious. Like, hey man, I had to do something.
Like a Clorox
Cleaning
wipe.
wipe. A wipe.
Golly
That's
ma.
With
Spicy.
chemicals that are used to
Spicy.
scrub countertops.
Yep.
Golly ma.
Yeah, that's spicy.
does he even have a butthole anymore?
I don't know.
Button bar.
Brilliant. That's spicy on your BH.
Also, and the reason why I was hanging around Hard Knocks for a second, I have now watched all 3 episodes of that Chimp Crazy show.
Yeah.
Why?
Hi. It's
I said, why?
it's getting so yeah, it's like Tiger King, but more of a true crime doc. They are following this gal. They are following this gal that has always held and had chimpanzees. And yes, Paul, put your hand down. Chris definitely would. She's the quote Dolly Parton of chimps.
Yeah,
That's what
she's
she calls
chesty.
herself.
Yeah, Hawkwood.
She's chesty.
They have now gone through though 2 separate incidents. The one that was super famous like 15 years ago, where that chimp ripped the gal's face off.
Oh, yeah.
I had completely forgotten about some of the details of that when they walked through that one. And there was another one in Oregon where the chimps just snap and they lose their minds, and then police have to shoot them with headshots basically to put them down.
Dear God.
It's
Like glamour shots?
kind of.
Hey, stay still. Yeah.
Now you're
Strike a
angry. You're an
pose.
angry monkey.
Double-wristed chin
They
shot.
stole your bananas. Pout for me.
Man.
It looks like glamour shots on the front of the HBO homepage.
Yep.
That has the photo. The chimp is lurking and posing like arms crossed right behind her, and she's lying on her side.
Yeah.
80s
Yeah,
hair,
Hawks turned
80s
on. Oh, yeah.
blonde
This is-
crimped hair with the
That's-
bangs curled under.
You're talking Chris's language.
Hawk's close.
Pink slippers.
She goes to McDonald's
Lady,
and gets them
no.
Happy Meals all the time.
Hey, Marnes,
What?
those are pink slippers.
He is.
She's laying down.
That normally is a 5:40 joke.
Yep. Can't do that
Listen.
anymore.
Nope, now it's got to be at 7:33.
Yep. Yep. It's over.
I mean, you might call him that.
Oh.
Man, this is normally when Rosie would have walked in and agreed.
Yep.
What?
But he's gone. What? So remember after episode 1, I said it felt more like Blackfish. It just was sad, and you felt bad for the
right.
I'm not
chimps.
watching
You still
it.
totally feel bad for the chimps, but man, it's getting fascinating.
Yeah, I'm not watching.
There's kidnapping kind of involved. There's hiding a chimp involved. Then there's
Really?
yeah, it's taken a couple of twists and turns. Now there's a journalistic integrity concern because the people that are filming her know that she's breaking the law, so they have to decide, do we step in and become a part of the story, or do we just film what we're seeing and just let the story be the story? So there's some layers to it. So now I'm completely in. I don't know how many more episodes there are, but the first 3 are interesting enough. It's got my attention.
There's no sexualness to it, is there?
Not yet, but
Okay.
I mean,
so she lives with them like they're her pets, like a dog.
So you said that like, well, if there's no sex, I'm not watching.
I'm not doing that. Does it say before the show language and strong nudity? Because if not, Marnie's out.
Not my kind of show.
I watched the sign stealing thing. The Michigan
Connor
show.
Stallion.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix, right?
Yeah, complete waste of my time.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I bet.
Complete waste of my time. You could tell they wanted to get this done. I mean, this just happened. In fact, it's kind of still happening.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And it's like, we have to get this done right now. And I kept waiting for it to be like, there's no, because it's not over yet. There's no end to it. They just say, this is what might have happened. And they talk to Connor a lot, but there's no like, was he breaking the rules or was he not breaking the rules? I still don't know. You know, it's interesting how he did it. It's amazing how much time this kid put into stealing, because he did steal other people's signs. That's not a problem. The problem is, did he go to other stadiums to steal people's signs before they played them? I still don't know what the point was.
And you still don't know the answer? Really?
No, because they asked him in court, did you go do this? And he goes, I don't have any memory of it. What? And his lawyer says, I'll just be honest with you, I hate the NCAA. And that, I mean, that's, but I guess the only thing I did get out of it is, man, he was able to stand there on the sidelines and go, it's going to be a pass. And it was a pass. And he'd stand on the sideline and go, going to be a run up the middle. And it'd be a run up the middle. So I mean, he had it down.
So he's essentially Tony Romo when people like Tony Romo.
Yeah.
That first season where everybody had their minds blown that Tony could see the play coming.
Yeah.
You still love him.
I like almost all broadcasters. It's just, it's never the reason why I do or do not watch games, but I do love how mad people get it when they get the wrong group. It's like, oh, God, this group again? How many Lynx games do I have to watch?
That's pretty good.
Why?
He means when you're not on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
National broadcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Ion.
You can tell.
You can tell.
Same.
Sauce walks us through sports after this. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
Welcome back to Power Morning Show. What's going on in the world, you know? If you haven't seen it, by the way, and you are interested in such things, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Nate Bargatze was at the State Fairgrounds. He's released something on his YouTube channel called Minnesota State Fair with Nate Bargatze.
This is perfect. This is a perfect setup. Fair setup. This is one of the biggest fairs, if not the biggest in the country. So, Minnesota State Fair. I've been pretty excited about coming here. I love a fair. And that, my whole act's based on fairs. So, it's fun to do fair jokes at a fair.
They follow him around the State Fair. He was playing games and eating food and stuff like that with his buddies.
Kind of like Chef Reactions.
Yeah.
A couple of shout outs to us in his video as well. So a couple of people have pointed this out, and I don't think we're over exaggerating. This year felt different.
What?
There was was it New York Times or New York Post? Somebody had a giant national article on the Minnesota State Fair. It did feel like influencers flooded the State Fair more than in the past. Something feels like it changed this year where this thing is, and obviously we had multiple days it broke records.
Yeah.
I don't know. It does feel like it's ready to even blow up bigger. And that's why the people that are asking for a couple of extra days to maybe spread it out a little bit more or find ways for the fair to expand. Like better parking would be great.
Yeah.
Some kind of a teleport system would be ideal.
Helicopters maybe to get you there. Sunday was the second largest single day crowd in the history of the State Fair.
What was the number?
256,000.
Man.
It was insane. Like from the
Were you there that day?
Yeah, like we did worst case scenario on Sunday, and I got there. I mean, at 10 a.m. and the line was, I mean, just inexplicably long. Like it was insane. Inexplicably.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, it was insane. Even the line for people who already have tickets, it was around the corner. Like it was. Yeah, it took me over an hour just to catch a lift to get out of the state fair.
So if we added a couple days, and by we I mean the state fair, if they added a couple days a year, do you think it would spread out, or do you think it would just be 2 more days of absolute insanity and it wouldn't really help?
I think it would be 2 more days of insanity because, like you said, it just felt different. And it didn't, I don't know, like so many people, I feel like way more people are going back multiple times now. Maybe.
I saw
after
somebody
they have that experience.
Yeah.
Well, here's something I think will never happen because I saw somebody float this on Twitter. Somebody said
Brush his
that.
teeth?
What?
Whoa. You might be right. I wasn't listening.
Somebody floated the idea of a state fair season pass. Why would they do that when everybody seems to pay the full amount on a daily basis and not blink an eye?
Yeah.
Why would you offer a discount to come multiple days? And I know it helps the vendors, right? Because more people are in the building, but the fair's just killing it on those admission tickets.
If it extended 2 days, whether it was on the front end or the back end or one on each or whatever, those would be weekdays. And I don't know how much that would alleviate. Maybe if you did it on the front end where people are.
You'd have to, right? Because most people
home.
Start school today.
Right.
So I think you'd have to do that first Tuesday and Wednesday.
That probably would help.
Maybe a little.
But how much attendance do you have in that full week between the 2 weekends? Maybe that's what you look at to say, like, well, that's what those days are going to be like. Is that helpful? I don't know. This year, 5 days set attendance records.
Yeah.
5.
If you told me if we had 2, 3, 4, 5 days, but then the crowds thin out a little bit, where parking is easier, getting in and out is easier, I'd say, go ahead, give me more options to go and thin out the crowd a little bit. If it's just 3 or 4 more days of insanity, then I don't see the point.
Yeah.
Because that's the part that most of us hate anyway, right? Once you get in there, as Chris has always said, once you get in there, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to wait 40 minutes for anything. No. I saw somebody post, maybe it was the Star Tribune, the line for those Peachy's donuts or something.
Yeah, huge.
I heard it was hours.
I mean, they were doing the time lapse, and it seemed like the line was forever. Who gets in that line?
I don't know.
What did you do at the fair today? I stood in the line for a donut?
Yeah. There is nothing at the fair, even the cheese curds. I'm not waiting an hour for cheese curds, right? No. I think the longest I've waited, Sweet Martha's last week, I think I waited about 15 minutes, and I wanted to kill everybody. That was 15 minutes. I killed 3 people, but I wanted to kill
secondary or third dairy location for Sweet Martha's, the one more by what we used to call Machinery Hill.
Yep.
Wow.
I didn't know there were 3 of them now.
3 now.
Oh, wow.
There have been for
I didn't know
a
that.
handful
I
of
thought
years.
there were just the 2.
I honestly thought there were only 2 as well.
Yeah, there's the one right by the grandstand.
Nobody ever goes and finds.
Grandstand, the one by Ye Old Mill, and then the Machinery Hill bit.
Wow.
Which is the place to go.
Shortest lines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shortest
the one,
makes sense.
The one, yeah. The other 2 are probably very short lines. So
there you go. Did we do sports yet?
No.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thank you.
The Minnesota Vikings open their season this Sunday at noon in New York against the Giants. Pregame at 10. The Vikings are 1.5-point favorites. The over-under is 41.5. We will get our first injury report tomorrow, but Jordan Addison was back at practice. So far, so good.
So good. So good.
Can't wait for the season to start, man.
Yeah, it's the best.
I think KOC is on with PA later today.
Yeah, they're at TCO.
And I know Tuesdays we're going to have Jonathan Grenard. I assume that starts next Tuesday.
I'm literally texting her right
The
now.
Nerd Dog.
Yeah, Jonathan Grenard.
He's the best.
Yep, we'll have him, and we will have Gabe Henderson as well. So lots of Vikings coverage on this radio station.
Hell yeah.
And this show in particular, your Minnesota Vikings morning show.
The NFL season opens this Thursday when the Chiefs host the Ravens at 7:20. The Chiefs are a 3-point favorite. That game, of course, can be heard right here on the Fan. So, yeah, that'll be great.
Dude, I saw an NFL insider say that this is the best Chiefs team that he's seen.
Yeah,
and I'm like, how is that even possible?
Does he even know they just won 2 Super Bowls?
Right? I'm like, how is that possible? How do they keep getting better, man? They said Taylor Swift is drawing up some plays, too.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes said that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're bored. I mean, they're literally throwing
bored.
behind the back passes. They'll do anything this season.
Yeah. And then on Friday, we have the Packers and Eagles in Brazil at 7:15. The Eagles are 3-point favorites. That game can also be heard right here on the Fan. And 11-time Pro Bowl left tackle Trent Williams and the 49ers are finalizing a rework deal to get the left tackle back on the team so he can play Monday.
How much money do they have?
I don't know. As Cory says, the
salary cap's a myth.
It doesn't exist.
You can sign whoever you want to whatever you want.
I swear they've paid all of their important players.
All of them.
All the money that they want.
And they're going to have to back up the Brinks truck for Brock Purdy in about, 4 months. Right?
Breaking news, Mr. Grenard on today at 8:40.
Oh, get out of here.
That's right.
He's on today.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Sweet.
Even better.
And let's throw some love out as well as a little Chloe starts kindergarten today.
Oh,
man.
How about that?
It's a tough one.
How about that?
First day's a tough one.
She's going to be the
letting them go.
cutest kindergartner
Oh, yeah, she's
in
going to
that
run
class.
that classroom,
Yeah,
too.
oh,
You
yeah.
know that. Excuse me, ma'am. You can have a seat. I got this.
The Twins beat the Rays 5-4 to improve to 75-62. They've won 2 straight. They are 3.5 back of the Guardians and 4.5 up on Boston for that final wild card spot. Same 2 teams tonight at 5:50. David Festa goes for your Twins.
So as the Twins are, kind of hovering 3.5 right now behind the Guardians. Luckily, how about the Royals just free falling? They've lost 6 straight. They caught the Guardians.
Yeah.
It's like, crap, now the Twins have to chase 2 teams. They're already behind us again. They've lost 6 straight. Now they're a game back of us. What the hell's going on with Kansas City? They look like they had it for a second.
I think Boston was surging for a second
they
there,
were,
too.
yeah.
They were getting pretty close to the Twins.
Yeah.
Teams get all kinds of weird this late in the season.
Right.
They're so tired. They're so banged up.
Tired.
It's a long season. 162 is a lot of games.
Here's Rocco.
You could break the game up into different parts and probably tell a whole story about it. But ultimately, it was a very good overall communal team win. Like, it was pretty cool seeing everyone go out there and do it. The relievers did a very nice job. They did a very nice job.
Nice job.
What? Rosie, relax. The Gophers will look to bounce back on Saturday after their loss to UNC. The Gophers are the only Big Ten team to lose in Week 1. They will battle Rhode Island at 11, pregame at 9, right here on
Cory,
The Fan.
I loaded this in just to play for Sauce. Okay. This is PJ.
Uh-oh. Is this going to trigger you?
This is PJ talking about North
Oh,
Carolina.
he's turning his mic off. Look at this. He's being smart.
Why start now?
I heard that.
Oh, thanks. You can't do that on television. Remember that show on Nickelodeon?
Oh, sure.
Alanis Morissette was on that show.
One guy, yeah.
So was Hawk's dad.
Yeah, and that the chef guy would just go,
Just one episode.
I heard that. Everybody got slimed.
Here's PJ on North Carolina.
Let's not forget, this is a really good North Carolina team. I mean, this team's going to compete for the ACC title. I think we're a really good football team. And kicking off Week 1, I mean, those are the games that you kind of go into and, you find out a lot about your team in the middle of the game. And then when you look after the game, because you're playing a really good opponent, that's almost like looking in a mirror.
Sauce, this show is not going to continue until you comment.
I mean, he's not wrong. UNC might win the ACC. He's not wrong.
Was it that last line that you were trying to get him?
What about that looking in the mirror thing?
Yeah.
I mean, as I look here, Ohio State beat Akron 52-6. Oregon beat Idaho 24-14.
Ohio State scored 5,652 points.
I can't speak well. Penn State beat West Virginia 34-12. Michigan beat Fresno State 30-10.
Keep going. Keep going. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Iowa beat Illinois State 40-0.
Please tell me what
USC
you're trying.
beat LSU.
What's the point, though?
What's your point?
I'm just reading scores.
Well, what's the reason for reading them all?
I mean, USC played a very good team in LSU, and they won 27-20.
Right.
I'm just saying, I mean, it's a tough break when maybe the best kicker in the Big Ten doesn't make that field goal. That's a tough break. They probably should have won that game. He's not wrong.
Oh, good. Well, never mind. I guess I was wrong.
He's not wrong. They did play. I mean, you look at Iowa played Illinois State.
Yeah, what was the
Illinois
score?
State won't win it 40-0. They probably won't win a game. UNC will probably win the ACC. It's a game you should have won, though. It's at home, and yeah.
Hey, side note here. Let's step away from that because I don't know where that's going.
I know where he's going.
Oh, okay.
But there had to have been more games and scores.
Yeah, we can
get to them later. The prep service that we use is kind of interesting. Remember how I said earlier how Ricky Pearsall's mom said he was shot through the chest, right, and it went out the back, but missed all the vital organs? I'm just reading the prep here. 49ers rookie wide receiver Ricky Pearsall was shot in the arm during an attempted robbery.
Arm.
Well, that is way different.
That is dramatically different.
Right.
Which one is correct, though? I mean, either way, you're a badass to just walk to the ambulance.
Yeah,
I don't care.
To the ambulance.
But his mom said through the chest and out the back, missing vital organs.
Rosie.
I mean, huge difference, but I still want to know what the right one is.
Zowie.
Marnes?
What are the chances his mom's wrong?
1?
Maybe she was just trying to up the street cred.
Maybe.
You know? Yeah.
Mom, I got shot in the wrist. Could you just say it went through my chest and out the back and missed all the vital organs?
Maybe she's good with human anatomy.
What if your prep report is wrong?
I'm on team mom here.
Yeah.
There's a story updated 2 minutes ago on CNN that says Ricky Pearsall, they placed him on, 49ers placed him on the reserve non-football injury list on Monday after he was shot in the chest. During an attempted robbery over the weekend.
Yeah, they're probably citing his mom's social media.
Yeah.
Generally
very reliable.
Pretty reliable, a mom's social media account.
But his mom said...
He's bleeding from the forearm.
Pearsall's mother, Erin, wrote on Facebook on Sunday that the bullet entered through her son's chest and exited the back, missing vital organs.
Again, I don't know why she would make that up. The street cred argument I don't think is going to hold up in court. Why'd you lie about Ricky's gunshot? Yeah.
He's taking a pounding.
Oh, my God, Rosie.
Rose is on the witness stand.
Why'd you mention? Well, because earlier the Power Trip Morning Show in Minneapolis mentioned the bullet, and then Sauce didn't say, this guy's tough.
I did say that.
So I thought if I said the chest, maybe he would think he's tough.
Tough. Man. Either way.
Yeah. Marnes?
Yeah.
The Lynx play the Fever on Friday.
You.
Again?
Where's that?
In Indiana.
Oh, that's Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What time is that game?
It's
7.
Oh, no.
What?
That's on your way home.
I had tickets to that game.
Well, what happened to the tickets?
I still have them.
Oh.
I got them for free. I would never pay for them.
I'm going to tell you guys. I'm confused by a lot of things this morning, obviously. I'm still confused by that whole thing.
Yeah.
Did he have tickets or did he not?
He had tickets to the Lynx and...
did he know what night the game was?
Yes, but he didn't know that the Power Trip was doing a State Fair show, and then when he heard they were at the same time, he was devastated that he couldn't go to the Lynx game.
they were not at the same time.
Right, because as we told all of you, show up because Chef Reactions is showing up at 6. If you want to do 5 to 6 and then leave, that's fine. We'll hold down the fort 6 to 7. He could have easily made the Lynx game and
Which
not hung
started
out
at 7.
And he could have, and this is also shocking, you are allowed to show up late.
And he would have made an entrance.
And is he contractually obligated to appear at the fair?
Absolutely not. Again, just like when he told us last week.
He could have chosen the game.
Could have,
yes.
I know, but he did really painfully tell us that, man, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that Lynx game.
What?
And the Power Trip scheduled to show up.
What?
Man,
I got to go get a chicken sandwich.
I really wanted to see that game.
Cheers. Who's Jerry Gibb?
From the Gary Gibb talk show.
Jerry Gibb?
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's a chicken sandwich named after him.
Where?
I don't remember.
Oh, man. So I'm going to miss that game on Friday, too, in Indiana.
But you just want people to know that you go to women's basketball games.
Are you ripping? Don't rip, Rosie. Stop it. We never got the Vikings news.
No.
But we love Radko.
And we're going to have Jonathan Grenard on in a little bit.
Right.
That's Vikings
that
news.
That is happening, man.
At 8:40.
8:40.
Defensive stud and super nice guy, Jonathan Grenard. In like 40 minutes. Fan 5 is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. Fan.
The Fan.